Calling to order the Municipality of Monroeville's regular council meeting for December 10th, 2024. It is approximately 7:05 p.m. Would all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God.
Justice for all.
You may be seated. Could I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Griesbach?
Here.
Mr. Hizzy?
Here.
Mr. Poach?
Here.
Mr. Stevenson?
Here.
Mr. Crut?
Here.
Mr. Adams?
Here.
Mr. Williams?
Here.
Mr. Biondo?
Here.
Mr. Graziani?
Present.
Mr. Ratcher?
Here.
Ms. Rock?
Here.
Mr. Hugus?
Here.
Mr. Sedlak?
Here.
Mr. Weldon?
Here. Welcome, everyone. This is in addition to our regular council meeting and the normal business, we have a very special evening where we are swearing in 3 of our new officers. Chief Cole is here tonight to give a little background on our new hires, and then we'll be getting them sworn in here shortly.
Thank you, Mayor. On behalf of the Monroeville Police Department, we want to thank Council, Mayor, and the Municipal Manager for letting us hire people. We've been slowly but surely trying to increase the department to 50 officers. With the addition of the 3 that we have here currently, to be sworn in tonight, will be at 47. We have 2 in the academy for the first time. The police academy, we sponsored them through the academy as cadets. Those 2 officers are currently scheduled to get out of that, or to graduate, hopefully. They are going to graduate from the academy this Friday. With them taking their state, to be a police officer, you have to pass a state exam here for municipal policing, or any police department here in the state of Pennsylvania. And they are going to take that exam next Tuesday. So we hope to have them on board for the next meeting in January. We also are looking to hire an additional person off this current list, and that's still pending here. We're going to make that finalize that before the 18th of this month. So without further ado, the 3 officers here that are going to be sworn in tonight, Alexander Bitz, please stand up so they can see who you are. Alexander Bitz is, again, these officers are all trained. They're currently in their, we call our field training program. We have a pretty extensive field training program. It goes for 6 months. A lot of departments don't do that. They, a couple months, couple weeks, they're out on the road, so they get looked at quite heavily and get evaluated throughout that whole period. They're doing an issues whatsoever. They're currently on their own, in their own patrol zones, being backed up by the area officer that is their FTO, or field training officer. So Alexander Bitz comes from the Hopewell area, Beaver County. He graduated from Hopewell High School in 2011. Beaver County Police Academy in 2014. He graduated from that. Started his career in Harmony Township between 2015 and 2021. Conway Borough PD from 2016 to 2019. City of Aliquippa from 2019 to 2022. We won't call them Quip. We won't call them a Quip. They usually have a heck of a football team down there in Aliquippa. The New Brighton Area Police Department from 2023 to we employed him here in Monroeville this year. He's also a member of the Beaver County Emergency SWAT team at those departments. Stephen Novotnik. I got it right here. I always want to call him Novatank, but Novotnik. So Stephen here, he graduated from Norwood High School. He's a Westmoreland County guy, 2017. Graduated from the Westmoreland Community College Police Academy in 2020. Started his career with the Westmoreland County Park Police from 2021 to 22. The Aspinwall Police Department from 21 to 22. I guess he was a part-time in one of the departments. And then he was full-time in the Irwin Police Department from 2022 to we got him here in 2024. And then finally, Eldridge Kimbrough. Eldridge, we'll call him our senior guy. Here, we're glad to have him on board. He graduated from Gateway High School in 1990, so he's a long-time Monroeville boy. Graduated from Duquesne University with a Bachelor's in Science in 2007, and he graduated from Pittsburgh Police Academy. We got him off the city in 2015. So he came from us, from the city, almost 10 years' experience in the city. Very good. And of course, he's employed by us. So without further ado, Mayor,
Great.
please. Which way you want?
They can all stand up here and I'll go together.
Okay.
All right, great.
Just stand right across.
Thank you. There we go.
I'll be in the middle with you in a minute.
All right, gentlemen, we'll all do this at the same time, okay? So if you please raise your right, then you'll repeat after me. I, state your name,
Stephen Novotny,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and that I will enforce the laws of this Commonwealth
and that I will enforce the laws of this Commonwealth
and the ordinances of the Municipality of Monroeville,
and of the ordinances of the Municipality of Monroeville,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
I do further swear
I do further swear
that I will uphold,
that I will uphold,
obey, and enforce the law equally to all.
obey, and equally to all.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. Thank you.
Where do you want, you get this picture taken here? Just, told you I'd get in the middle. Mayor, we'll put the mayor in the middle though. I'm watching that up there. All right. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations.
All right, everybody can leave.
Are they gonna put the kids back together?
Kimbrough can't play football, basketball?
And we're just going to take a moment here to get set up. Zach, thank you. And that is definitely one of the better parts of my job. We are very proud of our police department and these three new employees. I'm sure will continue the great tradition that the Monroeville Police Department upholds.
That's nice.
He's in Washington, D.C.
We need that too.
No, it's the Oval Office. So Trump gives
Two.
he's sitting on the side. Yeah, this would have been a lot. Okay.
They put together somehow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move through our agenda. As we took a roll call earlier, all council members are in attendance. Deputy Mayor Poe in remotely and is on the screen. So I'm going to open the floor for public comment for agenda items only. This public comment period is for agenda items only. We always ask for a 5-minute time limit for your comments for Monroeville taxpayers and residents. There will also be another comment period at the end of this same meeting for any municipal item. But this comment period right now is for agenda items only. If there's anyone from the audience who would like to address council on the agenda. Sir, once you get up here, just take your time, sign your name. Signed in. I'll have you state your name for the record.
Tim Sinback, 114 Trotwood Drive, Monroeville. And the reason I'm here is just to, I know you're going to be talking about the tax increase coming before you for consideration. And just to actually echo a email that my son Chris sent to the mayor earlier this week. He's tied up tonight with a work event, but just would like to remind you that your constituents, many of your constituents, struggling with other tax increases, cost increases, and so on, that are coming forth. The county has just increased their tax rate. If history shows us anything, the school board more than likely will be doing the same later this year. And I certainly understand that Monroeville's has higher costs also, but hopefully you can consider some sort of a moderate tax increase. I'm certain that some increase is required, but please just keep that in mind and give some thought to a more moderate type of increase if possible. Thank you.
Thanks, Tim. I'll leave the floor open for this comment period.
Mike Berryman, you know where I live, most of you. Mr. Graziani, excellent presentation the other night of the budget.
Thanks, Mike.
The taxes, I don't like it, but I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and accept it. You explained it pretty good. One of your members up here mentioned a lot of constituents are on fixed income. We're gonna have to bite the bullet on this probably, but I understand how you have to raise it. I got two questions. The DoubleTree. Next question, is it gonna be a nonprofit piece of property, or is it gonna be a piece of property that you collect taxes on? We've got enough nonprofit buildings in Monroeville right now. Can you explain that to me, please?
Well, at this point, what we know is that the building was purchased by a for-profit corporation.
So meaning what?
It is taxable.
They don't, it's taxable.
Correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Like Janice Oshesky. I seen her eating lunch the other day.
Janice Olszewski of 101 Asbury Court, Monroeville, Pennsylvania. Could I have a clarification, please, on the amount of the tax increase for the millages for building and land?
As per the agenda?
Yeah.
What's in the agenda?
It says 6 mills, and I wanted that clarified. I thought that was kind of high.
It's currently set at 4.
4, okay.
So the 6 is to represent the increase of 2. So the council advertised that this evening. They may choose to set it at 6. They may choose to set it at 5.5 or 5.
Or 5, okay. That's what I wanted to know. And thank you for the explanation of the inflation, which was never explained before. And that was very, very good. You did a good job on that.
Hello, I have to sign in. Lois Drumhiller. I now understand that you were going to increase it anywhere between 0 and 2, and you went for the 2. The comment that I have, which is too late for this year's budget, and also because of the comment of the nonprofit sector and the growing nonprofit sector here, is to heavily consider in this next calendar year payment in lieu of taxes for nonprofits. It's been mentioned to previous councils. It gives you plenty of time to do homework on it. Since UPMC and Forbes Hospital and that whole corridor going down Route 48 has been extended, so you've got an increased number of nonprofits because of that, plus the North American Martyrs Church has now been acquired, and that entire land is, then it's time to really heavily consider that. So I would appreciate if that would be on your to-do list for 2025. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi,
Welcome. You sign
Kathy
in.
McDonald. I've never been here before.
Welcome.
Except last week, sorry. I just kind of want to agree with everything that everybody said. A lot of us are struggling. I have a nice house in Monroeville. I would like to keep it nice. And it's difficult to do that whenever so much of my taxes, and I will tell you, school taxes alone for me this year were over $3,900. And then there was the county and the borough, which brings my tax bill to well over $5,000 for the year. Difficult when I'm the only income from my house. Some of my people that I've talked to, my neighbors, sorry they can't be here, but people had wondered, is there not some way that we can cut back on some other borough, including what this lady just said, to look at other means of income for the borough and other means of cutting back on expenses for the borough. One thing that was brought up was, now I've never been there, well, I've been there twice. In 28 years that I've lived in Monroeville, the library, I don't know how much is from donations, but if there's any money coming from the borough, do we really need sewing machines? Free sewing machines, free computer, free printing, things like that.
Doesn't come from Monroeville.
Can we not have somewhat of a charge for people that really want to use? I'm lucky, I pay for Google, I pay for my phone, I pay for my computer, so I don't need to go there, but surely people can kind of pay a little bit into their library. So, anyhow, that's what I have to say. Thanks.
Thank you.
I will leave the floor open for public comment on agenda items only. Seeing none, we're going to close that comment period. I have an executive session announcement. The council conducted an executive session on Tuesday, December 3rd, 2024, from 6:15 to approximately 7 p.m. for matters pertaining to legal, personnel, and/or real estate, and also this evening, December 10th, from approximately 6:45. Council legislative action, if any, shall be taken at tonight's December 10th council meeting. Council, for your consideration this evening is the approval of the minutes for the council budget meeting of October 30th, 2024, and the Citizens Night meeting of November 7th, 2024.
I make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
There is a motion and a second to approve. Any questions or comments, council? Hearing none, roll call, please. There is a motion and a second to approve.
Mr. Hizzy,
Aye.
Mr. Poach,
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson,
Aye.
Mr. Krutt,
Aye.
Mr. Adams.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Mr.
The ayes have it. Reports of the tax collections.
Motion to approve. Second.
There is a motion and a second to approve. Any questions or comments, council? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Biondo?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Mr. Crut?
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson?
Aye.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Hizzy?
Aye.
The ayes have it. List of bills and budget transfers, council. Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve, Mayor. Second.
There is a motion and a second to approve. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Hizzy?
Aye.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson?
Aye.
Mr. Crut?
Aye.
Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Mr. Biondo?
Aye.
The ayes have it. And the payroll, council, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve. Second.
There is a motion and a second to approve. Any questions or comments, council? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Biondo?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Mr. Crut?
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson?
Aye.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Hizzy?
Aye.
The ayes have it. And all these items were reviewed at last week's December 3rd agenda-setting meeting. Council development applications for this month, 24-6-SUB-PZ Miracle Limited Partnership. That's the Miracle Mile Shopping Center preliminary and final subdivision. Mr. Graziani, please.
The applicant, PZ Miracle Limited Partnership, is requesting preliminary and final subdivision approval to subdivide tax parcels M-275 into 3 commercial lots in the Boulevard zoning district. Lot 1 with an area of 0.877 acres, Lot 2 with an area of 1.214 acres, and Lot 3 with an area of 23.275 acres. The property address is 4100 William Penn Highway, Miracle Mile Shopping Center, and the one, I believe, which is the smaller lot areas for the bank, the one for the medium lot areas for the Chick-fil-A, and of course, the remainder is in the 23-acre parcel.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
There is a motion and a second to approve. Questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Hizzy?
Aye.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson?
Aye.
Mr. Crut?
Aye.
Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Mr. Biondo?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Council, moving over to our resolutions for this month. Many of them pertain to the boards, commissions, and authorities. I would like to start with just one nomination from, that I want, on behalf of the Convention Visitors Bureau. I'd like to nominate Nick Piscatano to the Convention Visitors Bureau in January. There's no need for a second, and council can, that'll be in front of council for January. Nick is our incoming state senator. Senator Brewster currently is on the board, and we would like to have Nick be on the board as well, so I'm nominating him for consideration next month.
Mayor, can I make a nomination as well?
Sure.
Joe Ventresca for the municipal,
Authority.
yeah, municipal authority. I just haven't, I haven't had a lot of contact with him. He's going to get me a resume. I'll get it to everyone later this week.
Okay, that nomination is good. Any other nominations for boards, commissions, and authorities, council? Because we'll do the other appointments by resolution here. Very good. Mr. Poach, you're good with nominations?
Yes.
Okay, so we have resolutions. Resolution appointing one of the following residents to the Ward 1 vacancy on the library board for a 3-year term. Is there a motion for?
I'd like to appoint Michael
Motion to
Kane.
approve. You got it, Jeff. Go ahead.
I'd like to appoint Michael Kane for the first.
Okay, that's appointing Michael Kane. Is there a second?
Second. Michael Crane, but yeah.
Great.
Michael Crane, sorry, I don't have my reading glasses on. So there is a motion for this resolution. Do you want, could we do a roll call? Roll call, please?
We can.
She said all in favor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Also, Mayor, I'd like to make Kathy Williams, member at large. Katie, I'm sorry. Jeez, I need to get my glasses fixed.
Second.
There is a motion and a second for Katie Williams for the member-at-large position for the library. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Very good. The ayes have it. We have a second resolution for the second ward vacancy on the Recreation and Parks Advisory Board. Amy Milby.
I'll make the motion to appoint Amy Milby to the Rex and Park Board.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Number 13, resolution appointing Heather Wilkins to the Ward 3 vacancy on the Zoning Hearing Board for a 5-year term. Mrs. Wilkins is requesting a second term. Is there a motion?
I would like to appoint Heather Wilkins to the 3rd Ward vacancy. This is her second term. She's already served a 5-year term.
Very good. The motion's there. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. And then we have regarding the Planning Commission, resolution appointing the following two residents. Bruce Walker is requesting a second term, and Carol Seaman is requesting a first term. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Both.
Both of them?
Yes.
Okay.
And your second is for both, Mr. Adams?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. And that's what we have for boards, commissions, and authorities. We have our last resolution to consider this evening. Number 15, Mr. Graziani, please.
A resolution authorizing the proper officials to approve and execute a First Amendment to a consent order and agreement between the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection and participating municipalities.
Is there a motion, Council?
Motion to approve.
There's a motion and a second to approve. Any questions or comments? Motion and second to approve. Roll call, please.
Mr. Hizzy?
Aye.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson?
Aye.
Mr. Crut?
Aye.
Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Mr. Biondo?
Aye. The ayes have it. Council, moving on to ordinances. 6 to consider this evening. 5 of them revolve around the 2025 budget. Mr. Ratcher, please.
An ordinance of the Municipality of Monroeville fixing the real estate village for land, buildings, and structures for 2025 at 6 mills per $1 of assessed valuation of taxable property, or $6 per every $1,000 value. Arrived at by taking the millage rate times the taxable property value divided by 1,000. That tells you what you owe. So it's currently at 4 mills, and this ordinance is written, proposes 6 mills, and council is free to adopt whatever millage they think is appropriate.
I'd like to make a motion that we reduce the millage from 6 to 5.5.
Second on the motion.
Okay, there's a motion and a second to approve this ordinance, however, changing it to be 5.5 mills total, which is a 1.5 increase.
Right.
There's a motion and a second. Questions, comments, or discussion, council? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Mr. Biondo?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Mr. Crut?
No.
Mr. Stevenson?
Aye.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Hizzy?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next ordinance, Mr. Ratcher.
An ordinance of the Municipality of Monroeville to provide for the adoption of a general fund budget containing estimates of proposed revenues and expenditures at $41,250,000 for the calendar year beginning January 1, 2025.
Council, is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Motion to approve, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second to approve. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Mr. Hizzy?
Aye.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson?
No.
Mr. Crut?
Aye.
Mr. Adams?
No.
Mr. Williams? Mr. Biondo?
The ayes have it. Thank you. Mr. Ratcher, please.
An ordinance of the Municipality of Monroeville continuing the deed transfer tax, that's 1% value of sale, mercantile tax, 2.5 mills of gross receipts, business privilege tax, 4 mills of gross receipts, and local services tax, $52 per worker, pursuant to the Local Tax Enabling Act of 1965, as amended.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
There is a motion and a second to approve. Questions or comments?
Question?
Yes, Mr. Williams.
There's no change in this ordinance from last
None
year?
of those are increases or decreases from last year's rates.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments, council? Hearing none, there is a motion and a second to approve. Roll call, please.
Mr. Biondo?
Aye.
Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Mr. Crut?
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson?
Aye.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Hizzy?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next item, please.
An ordinance of the Municipality of Monroeville setting the 2025 salary structure for 57 non-union exempt employees. Those are employees not eligible for overtime pay under the Fair Labor Standards Act, and non-exempt employees entitled to overtime pay for hours worked beyond 40 hours in a week.
Council, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second?
There's a
Second.
motion and a second to approve. Questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Hizzy?
Aye.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson?
Aye.
Mr. Crut?
Aye.
Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Mr. Biondo?
Aye.
And the last ordinance revolving around the budget.
An ordinance of the Municipality of Monroeville establishing the 2025 fee schedule.
Council, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Second.
Second.
There's motion and 2 seconds. Questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Biondo?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Mr. Crut?
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson?
No.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Hizzy?
Aye.
The ayes have it. And our last ordinance, Mr. Ratcher, please.
An ordinance of the Municipality of Monroeville authorizing the proper officials of Monroeville to enter into a collective bargaining agreement with the Public Works and Refuse Bargaining Unit beginning January 1, 2025 to December 30.
Council, is there a motion to approve this item?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion and a second to approve. Questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Hizzy?
No.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson?
No.
Mr. Crut?
Aye.
Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Mr. Biondo?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Moving to our reports of municipal staff. Mr. Ratcher, while you have the floor, anything else?
Giving you back the floor.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Graziani.
Yeah, just a couple notes. Obviously, with the holidays coming up, the refuse service, recycling services will be moved a day. So I'm going to make note of that. Appreciated the residents who've made comments related to the budget. There's no more important thing than the power that the local government has been conferred by the governed, and that is the consent to be taxed. And, you know, one Supreme Court justice, not sure if it's John Jay, but early in the founding of our country, said the power to tax is the power to kill. And it quite frankly can be. And it's something, you know, it sobers me, you know, it makes me really want to serve and serve with propriety and prudence and be judicial in that. And it's my commitment, and I know the commitment of the staff, when granted the ability to have more revenue from your hard-earned dollars and your households, is to protect, provide the highest quality services we can and protect your property to the highest degree we can. We swore in 3 officers this evening. These dedicated their lives to protecting and serving, and they just represent a small portion of the 160 municipal employees who are also as dedicated, though they may not all serve in uniform, serve with the same zeal and desire to protect the people and property of Monroeville. And it's my commitment as your manager, only having been here for 11 months, that we just up the charge and take it with a great degree of seriousness based on your comments. And thank you. And I know other residents weren't able to be here, and they share your concerns, and we've heard those concerns. and it's not something we do lightly, and we want to do well. So thank you with that, and Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah, and other people, whatever you want to celebrate this year. May you do it in peace and in safety. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Graziani. Well said. Mr. Hugus.
Can't follow that up.
Very good. Thank you.
Can.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to open the floor for public comment on any municipal item. We once again ask for you to keep your comments to a 5-minute comment period, time frame.
Janice Olszewski from 101 Asbury Court, Monroeville.
Welcome back.
I'm back again. I wanted to just represent the people on Asbury Court and let everybody know that the road Asbury Court has been installed 25 years ago, and nothing has been done to it at all. And we would like some consideration, because there were 2 doctors that are now on the street, and they purchased their homes because to 22 and virtually through Cabot Road, which has been being, the storm drain has been being kept up, but the road is still subsiding. And they didn't listen to me last time I spoke in 2003 and 2004 and all the way to 2007. But we would like to make sure that that road is on consideration for the doctors to access their facilities, and they're called out at all hours. One is in emergency room, and one is another doctor who's on call all the time. And there's also a pit coach that's up on the street that's well known. You know, these people purchase their homes, and we do pay a lot of taxes up on that street. I don't know what they are exactly. I haven't calculated them, but I know mine is over $7,000 or $8,000 a year. And that's quite healthy. And there's other ones on the street that are also more than what I pay. But we would like to have some consideration done on Cabot Road and on Asbury Court considered. Thank you.
Very good. I'll leave the floor open for public comment on
And
any
one
municipal.
One other thing, Paul Whalen.
Come back up to the microphone,
I can't-
Ms. Olszewski.
Oh,
Take your time. Take your time.
The construction bond for, that was supposed to be done for Maple Crest, was that in phase 1, 2, or 3, and was it done? There was $4.8 million that was allocated for that construction bond, but nothing has been determined whether it was for all 3 phases or whether it was just for the 1 phase. And, you know.
Mr. Graziani, do you have?
Yeah, I mean, basically, any bond, a developer's bond, is a law, if you will.
Yeah.
Once agreed between the parties, that it can only be drawn down when improvements are installed and have been properly inspected. So nothing happens with any bond in this municipality than what has been agreed to by the parties at the beginning. And
There
the
was
developer
agreed-
doesn't have ability to get it back without our approval
Yeah.
and sign off and inspection that
Okay.
the improvements have been made.
So we're gonna, okay, the improvements were made to the first phase.
If the bond, any bond,
Yeah.
and if this particular bond has been reduced, it's because the developer has satisfied
Okay.
our requirements.
Thank you.
Lois Drumheller, I'm back again. By the way, I think that was a $2.4 million issuance for the Maple Crest subdivision. And their developers agreement, it may have expired in 2022 because that was what I read. And there is someone on Nelson Drive who is now made aware that an abandoned well needed to be tested. In fact, I spoke to the oil and gas inspector today, who actually was on the property to inspect it. If anything were needing to be done, of course, this resident doesn't want to be left with a bill, and that's another reason to ask a question about that performance bond. But what I really wanted to mention was something that would be prudent in light of expenditures in this next year. And I keep hearing about Public Works. Public Works does a great job, and I've always admired all managers of Public Works. The fact that they have a great campus over on Star Drive, and that the proposed area that they may wish to have a new Public Works development is on land that isn't particularly great land. I think it's prudent to improve the campus. I'll give you an example. Gateway Middle School was, do we build another school? How should we apportion the grades? And I spoke up at their, you have a campus here that is a great location, and you're not going to be able to do anything else there. Improve the campus. They did. It is now a smart, I think you all were there to tour it. You can, with a property that you currently have for Public Works, make the necessary changes there. I know redevelopment isn't always as cost-effective as just brand-new development, but that's a big campus, and Public Works can be brought up to date, and they don't need to dig on new land, which may not be safe land to dig on. So please consider that. Thank you.
I'll leave the floor open for public comment.
Trotwood Drive. Excuse me. Just like to thank you for your consideration and for approving a smaller tax increase. Thank you.
Thanks, Tim. The floor is still open and the comment period is still open for anyone who'd like to address council on any municipal item. Seeing none, we're going to close the comment period and move over to our reports of our council members. Mr. Hizzy.
Yeah, I just have a few things, Mayor. I want to congratulate the Parks and Recreation on kids' Christmas party they had this past Saturday. It was very well attended, very well done, and the staff did a great job. Remember, folks, the Christmas decorations in your wards for the best decorated house, you can still vote on that. And just have a happy and safe holiday.
Thank you. Mr. Poach, from the Oval Office.
Yes, a couple. Mr. Biden's out of town, so he loaned it to me. At this point, first of all, before I forget anything, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone else forthcoming before we see you. We'll see you in the new year for that. Congratulations to our police officers that were sworn in this evening. Make a great addition to them. I had the opportunity to talk to a lot of them. This is a really good group of folks that's coming on right now. Great to see to do that. And also just thanks to the staff and to also my colleagues on council. A lot of hard work in the budget. Not easy, not simple, not always pleasant, really hard. But I guess that's how you know that the process is working too. So thanks again to Mr. Graziani, Ms. Rock. A lot of great work for them, the staff involved with it. But if not, have great holidays, folks. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Poach. Mr. Stevenson.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Crut.
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. Adams.
I'd like to just say happy holidays to everybody, and on a sad note, I found out the passing of Amanda Sedemeyer's father today. Just to send my condolences. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. Mr. Williams.
You need to remember that Santa Claus's mailbox is still outside the municipal building, so you still have a few more days to get your letters put in there. Condolences to Amanda and her family, and Merry Christmas, and may God bless new police officers and all the other police officers. May God quicken their minds, keep them safe as Monroeville moves forward in all we do. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Biondo.
Yeah, first of all, Bob, I saw what you said about attorneys the last meeting, and a little offended by it. I'm just messing with you. So, first of all, I do want to say congratulations to all of our new officers. Condolences to the Settlemeyer family. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Anything you celebrate out there. I also wanted to address, bring up one thing. I don't know if Jared got this. I sent it pretty late. The Garden City Food Pantry recently opened a community refrigerator. That was on November. I had the pleasure of attending the grand opening in November. It's a really, if you haven't been to the food pantry, it is really a great spot for anybody that's in food or anything along those lines, especially during the holiday season and when it gets cold out. It's really a great place to have. And now they have a community fridge that has fresh food down there. And I would encourage, if you need it, to get down there and spread the word about it. Otherwise, again, yeah, happy holidays to everyone and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Ms. Biondo. I'm going to echo a lot of what my colleagues up here already said, but I just want to commend everyone on passing the 2025 budget, from Alex and Josie and all the department heads that worked very hard during the year to put that document together. It's been several months we've been working through this. It's an important document. Certainly no one likes to increase costs, but what we provide here in Monroeville, we're a full-service community. Everyone up here enjoys the services and supports the services that we provide here in the municipality. And although your tax bill is made up of your school district, the county taxes and the municipal taxes, what you really get for your 5.5 mils of municipal tax is your police, fire, EMS, your dispatch center, library, your Parks and Recreation Department, all of the parks we have in Monroeville, 18 parks, our Public Works Department, all of our roads that are plowed and cleaned. As was mentioned earlier about one of the roads, it will definitely be evaluated this year. Every road gets evaluated every year here in the municipality, at least the roads that we maintain, about 200 miles of roads here in the municipality, maybe more. 200, is that right, Paul?
No, 120.
Total? County and state?
County and state, yeah.
Okay, 120. There are a lot of roads that we maintain and we take care of, and that all does cost money. But I just want to commend council for passing this budget to ensure that all those services are preserved for the residents and to make us a well-rounded community that welcomes all. I want to congratulate our new police officers that were sworn in this evening. Ceremoniously sworn in. They've been on the force here for a few months. I had the pleasure of swearing them in a couple months ago, but they definitely make a wonderful addition to our great police department. And with that, I just want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year, and wish you all a very, very peaceful holiday season. With that, I'm going to seek a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? This meeting is adjourned. Thank you and good night.